This house has a certain magic when people come in.
This house brings people together.
The Jonathan Clark House has been such a big part of my life.
While our ancestors might not have lived directly in this house, they lived in houses just like this.
I think my favorite thing about the house is the people. I just enjoy working with everybody. Makes me feel part of something bigger. I like seeing how people used to live. There's so many little things that we take for granted today that they had to worry about every day.
Later generations should be able to see how they lived back in the 1800s.
What was life like in 1848? They're going to study this in school. They're not going to experience like they do experience it here.
The difference between my life right now and what they did back then, which is very different.
I like coming here because every time I come here, I learn something more.
I genuinely think there's very few things in the world more important than knowing the history of why we are here today and what has led us to this point.
And it's, again, part of who we are. I think it's always important to share what our history is, because without our history, you lose your future.
Well, history is valuable because it can inspire us. We can learn from history, we can learn from our mistakes, we can learn how we'd like to make changes, but it can inspire us to look at the future.
I really just hope that the Jonathan Clark House, no matter how far I go from Mequon, no matter how long I'm gone, but the Jonathan Clark House is always something that whenever I visit my parents here, I can drive by, or I can go to an event and I can say, there it is, and it's still going strong.
You know, I've said my goal for a long time is that, you know, this spot doesn't get turned into a gas station or a convenience store. And so I really take that challenge personally.
What I hope to happen is to not just have a handful of kids. I want there to be more kids and younger people involved with this.
Part of it's going to be finding, you know, new sponsors, new patrons, people to come, but most importantly, I want to do what Fred and I have done for years, and that's get people into the Jonathan Clark House.
It doesn't belong to a person. It doesn't really even belong to our board of directors or our friends. It belongs to our community.
You know, if you believe in what we're doing and, you know, have the ability to help, you know, financially support or find other ways to support the Clark House, that helps us get the mission accomplished.
And what a better feeling than to contribute to something that you know is going to last for a long, long time.
We can't do it on our own. We're going to need help from people on the outside. Give us some suggestions, but most of all, believe in what we're trying to do.
I hope we can continue to work and continue to develop this museum to really just be enjoyed by as many people as possible.
Lots more people get to come here and enjoy the history behind it.
If we can make this bigger, it'd just be so awesome.
I just love it here. I cannot imagine a life without having the Jonathan Clark House.
I'm having fun doing it. And I think that there's things that we're going to do that really will make this house continue to be a fascinating place for people to stop by and visit.
I'm just a little part of it. We all are.
It is us.
It is us.
Because it is us.